Hello my beautiful puddings! In today's video we're going to be making Frankenstein. I've been wanting to make him for the longest time, so I'm really excited to finally be making him. I'm not going to talk your ear off in this intro, we're just going to get straight into it, and I really hope you enjoy today's video. I have been wanting to make Frankenstein for the absolute longest time. He's my absolute most favourite character, favourite concept, everything. If I could have everything in my house Frankenstein themed, I bloody well would. I used to watch horror movies with my dad as a kid. We always watched like the old classics, and especially Elvira Presents. And the first time I seen Boris Karloff's Frankenstein, that was it. I was hooked. I absolutely loved it. The theme of a monster being made out of other people, like, what? Brought back to life with electricity? I just couldn't fathom it. My little child brain was done. It was hooked. So I've always wanted to make him in my new style, but I really wanted to do him justice, and guess what? I didn't. In my eyes, this doll was a bit of a flop. I felt like I let Mary Shelley down, I let myself down, and originally I felt like I let you guys down, but you guys really seem to like him. Everyone's been really supportive, saying he's really cute, so I guess that's the main thing. As long as he finds a nice home to go to, someone loves him, then that's all I really care about. I can always remake another one and with different clothes, have a little bit of a different face, have a bit of different theme going on. This is just basically like your classic Frankenstein, really. But his nose ended up being really long and just sitting weird on his face. I originally tried to just trust the process and keep going and being like, no, it's fine, it's just the eyebrows that's throwing me off, and he's just got a bit of different shape. I've been doing cats and dogs for a long time, and I've just gotten into that rut. Forgot what humans look like. No. I was going to end up redoing the whole lower part of his face because I just could not sleep at night because I hated it so much, to be honest. And I really don't like saying that. I don't like saying that I hate my work, but I know if you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about. You're laying in bed at night going, how the hell can I fix this? I hate it. I want to throw it in the garbage. I've already invested so much time and money into this. And if you're doing it full time, you can't just put them on the back burner. You can't just restart from the very beginning like I wanted to. And sometimes, unfortunately, you just have to push through and keep going. Get the project finished. Just get it out of the way. Move on to the next thing, go bigger and better next time. And it is really frustrating to have to start over like this. I felt really defeated. I got my big doll making needle out and I pried that wool off and got his face reconstructed, did my little plastic surgery, and I felt better about it. I got him to 80%, so that's pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. Happy enough to let him go out in the world in his merry little way and find himself a new home. I'd like to make a Frankenstein in the future that his limbs are different colours and maybe his hand or the bottom of his leg is a different colour, just to kind of symbolise different skin colours, and as morbid as it is, different levels of decay and stuff like that a Frankenstein monster would be made out of. I think that would be quite fun. And I don't know if any of you really noticed, but I actually have a tattoo on my arm that's stitches around it with a big sewing needle, and that's actually a Frankenstein reference. And I would like to have them pretty much all over my body with different colours, backgrounds like that, so it looks like different body parts have been kind of sewed together. But anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to see me do silly things. So I made his little staples and bolts out of polymer clay. I'm not good at sculpting at all, and everyone who is going to be hissing and shuddering at the fact that I don't sand anything, I don't glaze anything, I don't treat it in any kind of way. I have got no idea how to. I sculpt it, I stick it in the oven, and I glue it where it needs to be glued. I think I've only ever sanded and glazed one thing before, and it was on a little Cupid cat I made a few years ago. But yeah, I'm not good at it. I would like to incorporate clay into my dolls more often. It brings a different kind of texture that I really love. I don't really like my dolls just being fabric. I really want more real textures in there, like little bits of metal and things like that. The clay brings a little bit of a harshness to it. It gives it a little bit more of a balance, a little bit of a contrast. Speaking of balance and contrast, I've been wanting to make Frankenstein's bride for equally as long, but her hair's always been a little bit of a difficult subject for me. I'm not exactly sure how to get that movement and body in it while keeping it upright but it not being stiff. In the past I have used yarn wefts and synthetic doll hair, but the synthetic doll hair was a little bit heavy and the yarn wefts were too time consuming to make. So lately I've been using just yarn like I have here. I've made a couple of dolls with it so far, and I will be making Edward Scissorhands with it. So he does have a little bit more of a wild scraggly hair thing going on, so I think I have figured out a way that I can use it, but to do it on the bride I'm still not 100% sure. There's a couple of other dolls that I want to do coming up to my markets that I can just do quickly, a couple of little skeletons and things to sell at the markets, so I want to get those done first before I do another really detailed project like that, something that is going to take a lot of thought because I've only got one brain cell. But I've got the Wollongong Makers Market that's coming up on the weekend of the 18th and 19th, I believe, of November. And that's going to be at the Innovation Campus. If you're a local, I would absolutely love to see you there. I'm also going to be at the Sydney Oddities and Curiosities Expo, which is the first time it's coming to Australia. It's an American expo, and that's going to be pretty fun. I must have been shortlisted or something for that just quietly because everyone was getting their acceptance letter and I got mine much later, so it must have been on a cancellation. But anyway, we're going, so we're making lots of skeletons and little coffins and a few fun things for that. A lot more horror themed projects for that one. Whereas the Makers Market, I generally keep that mostly Australian native animals are a big hit. And the cutesy like cottagecore and folky kind of things, they're always really popular there. And the Christmas ornaments pop off at the Makers Market. So I've been making a lot of those behind the scenes. I have done the Makers Market a couple of times before though, and I'm actually a little bit worried because it has been hit and miss. Some days the weather was really bad, or there was some other like external circumstance happening that there wasn't many people showing up, and other times it's been really good. So I'm hoping that it goes well enough that I sell a bit, but I don't want to sell out because I still need stock for the expo. So the Oddities and Curiosities Expo is at Sydney Olympic Park on the 1st and 2nd of December, and I'm honestly a little bit intimidated because it's a massive show in the US and a lot of serious collectors go there. A lot of people who have like proper businesses selling oddities and curiosities are going to be stalling, and I feel like art's more on the outskirts of what they're going to be tabling. And especially sewn crafts, it's kind of like right on the outskirts. So I'm definitely making more spooky and edgy kind of things as much as I can, hoping that most of my 90s and like animal themed work sells at the Makers Market so that I have all that kind of darker stuff left for the Oddities Expo. But we'll see how they go all through there, and I'm going to try and vlog a little bit at the end of November with my processes, how we're going with setting up for everything and getting ready for it. But I'm going to leave you guys here, watch the rest of the video. I hope you've all really enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you in real time. What did you guys think of Frankenstein? He didn't quite turn out how I envisioned, but I'm sure he'll find a loving home anyway. If you've got a suggestion for what monsters you'd like to see me make, or you just want to let me know what your favourite monster is, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear them. And as always, a massive thank you to my patrons. I love you all so much. You keep me going every day. Your support means the absolute world to me, and without you I wouldn't be able to make these videos. I love you. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!